So I cut the moon before it slipped away tonight. I had to take my Nikon P900 out to the field to catch it before it went beneath the tree lines. But it was pretty cool, y'all. And I cut some stars too. You can see that reddish hue around the moon. You can see it. And you can see what the moon looked like when these clouds gathered behind it. It was like white, but far away you can see. And these stars, you know, if you want to call them stars, you can call them beings, you can call them ships. There's like 3 different stars, and then some other tiny stars in the distance. Y'all, I don't know if this is echoing or what. I don't know what's happening to my audio. I really don't. This is, it's maybe strange. It may be strange. Let me see. Hello, everyone. Hello there, Apple Brooks, honey. You all, am I low? Hello, can you go? See, something is causing me to echo, and I don't like it. I don't know what's causing it. Is it echoing now? It's still echoing. This is weird. It's really weird. Now it's louder. I can hear myself echoing. Can you hear me echoing? Can you hear me echoing now? Well, what about now? There's really no way for me to test this audio. Okay, it's not echoing on your end because I don't want to be too low on here. No echo right now. That's wonderful. And you can hear me. You all look at this moon. And look at these pretty colors on this star. Isn't it beautiful? It really is beautiful. I love this color right here. That's right next to me. It's a little bit, but keep going. A little bit of echo. Well, we don't want too much echo at all. No, we won't. Yeah, it is beautiful. Yeah, we're going to look at it. I did take, I took some footage of these stars. I did some screenshots of them, is what I did as they were moving. But I'll show you the one straight up right here. I'm having trouble. I am. So look at this one. See, this is this star right here. I actually caught that this morning in the almost the southwestern middle part of the sky. And look how it looks. Look at the dark areas around it. And then this was another star that was in that area. And see how it looks? It's all puffy like. Isn't that interesting? And then this one. This was really beautiful right here. This one. This was twinkling. And this was in the... Look right here. Look at this part of the star right there. I know it's awful. Gina, get your head out of the way. Okay. I know it's like awful large. Have you ever seen a star so big on the screen before? Oh my gosh. I'm just looking at how big that star is, you all. Oh no, you all. That's a massive star. Now, I cannot attest to how big that really is in the sky. I cannot. That is like it's massive. It's so massive. Oh my gosh, you all. And let's see, how big can it get? How big can it get? You can see it's got some other colors to it over here on the side. It does. Oh wow, this is, if you've never seen a star up close, well, you're looking at one now. And that's how it looks. No, it wasn't. It was not Jupiter at all. Actually, this was really kind of small in the sky this morning. It was. Um, we're going to look at it, you all. We are, but you can see that moon right here. And this is also what the moon looked like. We're going to look at the footage of it, you all. We are. That's right. How big can it get, you all? Because it can get pretty big. That's right, you all. See, in this one right here, that it really does. It's mind-boggling. If you look how it's like there's something else up there in the sky. Yeah, that's right, you all. It's cool. It's really cool. Let me put this back to me. I'm gonna go to the pictures. Is what I'm going to do. The ones that I took tonight. Let's come over here to this picture folder. 10/10/10/29. We're waiting for it to get some pictures in it, you all. Let's see if we can get some pictures in it. It's got them, even though it looks empty. Boom. These are all the pictures that I took. So we'll look at them. Is what we'll do. I'm going to turn this volume off for these so you can't hear. See, this one don't have nothing on it. This is all the videos. See, this is the one. And that's what it looked like in the sky. This is morning. I tried to get it before the sun got too bright in the eastern sky. Yeah. Well, it can't go too much higher, too bigger. Look at this. Look. See the white thing inside of it? It's like a white strip right there. And look how beautiful blue. Look at all the pretty colors, you all, that it can get. Isn't that beautiful? It's like, it really is pretty. Orange. A baby blue. Like one of these, look, it's watch it try to stretch it. Look at green on the bottom. You see those things on there, y'all? No, I see. Well, I want to take a picture of it. I want you to look at that. We'll go back and look at that. See the strips on the bottom of it? And look how that's green at the top, blue, and then there looks like there's some square inside there. Is my voice okay still, you all? There looks like there's a square inside there, you all. There really does. And then these look like squares too. It's really not until you go frame by frame that you can see this stuff. You gotta be fast. And it's all white. Let's just play it. Yes, it's a dimensional being, interdimensional dancing. It's flashing, is what it's doing. Yeah, it's 111 in the chat. Yeah, that's okay. This ain't too popular of a topic, but I do like to do these stars. And guess what? We don't need no official legal government documents to show this star. We do not. We don't need them. We don't need them. Oh, it looks like a face in there, you all. It kind of does. Look at that. Yeah, now can you see that? I know you can see that one right there. Because sometimes if you look at these, they look like they got cubes in them too. Just want to drag it a little. Look at those colors. They just pop out. It goes so fast. If you go back on this video and you slow the video down in this section on the YouTube once it's uploaded, hopefully you'll be able to see more than this, okay? You'll see better colors of it. And I don't think any part of it is ever the same. I really don't. Okay, look. Can you see them? This is what happens, you all. This is really important right here. This is, look at all of them in there, you all. This little black and little white cubes. See it. See, this is when the camera's focusing, you all. Look at the specks in there. Something's up there in the sky. See, that's the normal. See, that's what they do when they're full color like that. But then, look at that. And then that. And then that. Then that. There's something going on. There really is something going on with this, you all. Oh my gosh, look at that color. Can you look at that beautiful orange? You see, it just went away. Look how, now see how perfect it looks. If you got a cell phone, it might look a little on it, but that's okay. Let's look at it. I want to show you that. Oh my gosh. Wait till you see it up close, you all, because we're gonna screenshot. See, I zoomed out on it. I zoomed out on it. Okay, yeah, wait. And this is the other one from a different direction. I couldn't really zoom up on this one that much to get a good image. And this is that one. It was in the almost the middle of the southwestern sky. It was just too hard. It never got any other color than this right here. Brown and black. That's all it got. And it was kind of hard to focus on. It really was, but you can see it right here. It'll go really fast. That camera's going all over the place, you all. It was so teeny tiny. I tried to, okay, this was another one I tried to get, and that was teeny tiny too, you all. Hit that like button. Because you do like it. You just don't, if you think, no, Jean, I really don't, just give it a try, you all. Just give it a try. Open up your mind. I think you will like it. You will like it. Now, see, this one has those things in it, too, you all. We just got to catch it at the right time. We can look at it like this, too. This is dark. I don't really like to do the ones that get really dark like this because you can't really see much color in them. Wait, if you're just tuning in, wait till you see when the camera really focused on the other ones. This is like the third star, and I got this one this morning, but this one don't change any color but brown for some strange reason. Am I echoing? Am I loud enough? Hello. Welcome. Yeah, it was too hard to, I couldn't really focus on this one at all. Look at that, how big it is, you all. Looks almost like a ship. Really, it does. It looks like parts of a ship or something. But I just couldn't get it. I tried and tried and tried. And it didn't want its picture taken. And then I said, I'm just about tired of it. It was really bright in the sky, but it's just like, oh my gosh. Okay, and that's what my sky looked like right afterward this morning when I was trying to get it before the sun came up this morning. Like this on the other side of the sky. I thought there was a being in the tree this morning. I really did. An interdimensional being. I thought I saw its face in this tree right here. But it's not there now. All right, you also, let me put this back to me because I'm going to show you those screenshots really fast since we're off the stars, and I won't keep you on here long, I won't. But this is, if you're just tuning in, you can see these, this is the image of the moon I just took. You can see the timestamp right here. It has a reddish hue behind it. And there wasn't nothing reddish in the sky at all. There wasn't. And then this also is what it looked like too. White. And these were stars that I got this morning. You can see they got some black in it, and white and black. And then you got this star. And then these look like little cubes, little cube squares for stars. They really do. And this other star right here. So this was that. I'm trying to get over here to these. Okay, now. Why? Well, listen. Why would this star have these white things in it right here and here if it's just a normal star? Why would it? I know this is massive, you all. And this is probably the closest you've ever looked at a star. But I like to look at it. A window pane. Okay, so that's that one. And I just want you to, if you can, just remember these right here. Because at times this star is like solid. Now part of me thinks that this star has some individual beings, round beings that like move around, but then I can't really say that that's true because then you got these little white squares. Okay, now come on now, this right here, you all, this is really, it's the black and white cube. It is. It's a rectangle at the top and a white at the bottom. Can you see it? How come that's showing up in the stars? Is there, or are there, some type of a technology that is combined to make these stars do all that they do? Is this some kind of advanced race of beings up there, advanced technology in the sky? Can you see what I'm talking about? I'm going to boom it up. Right here, look. Black rectangle, white rectangle, black. I know it's massive, you all, but I don't think you should be seeing that in the stars. I don't. It's the color is beautiful. That is such a beautiful, beautiful color. It is, you all. I love it. It's like a turquoise. Is that what it's like? Let me put it behind me and see it. It is. It is octagonal. It's an octagonal. So let's look at the other ones, because now this right here, you all, now look at this. This is not pleasing. Why does it got all these black things on it, you all? I'm telling you what it does remind me of. It reminds me, when I see this, it reminds me of when the sun had that solar eruption. There was a square in the sun, and there was a great big powerful eruption, and they classified it as a particle event. And there were all these little black things like this and white things like this that were lined up all over the place. They had the ability to line themselves up in rows of like 3s and 4s and big long strings of 8 or 9, or some that they would be in groups or individual. But this is what that reminds me of, and I'm thinking, is this them up there in the sky with these stars also? That's what I'm wondering, y'all. I'm going to make it so you can see it. I am. So I'm just wondering, let's look. Can you see it now? See what I'm talking about right here? Let's do this, because I know it was kind of dark. Now it's not dark. Can you see what I'm talking about? How come that has that? I know there's not no debris flying around in that sky up there to make it look like this, you all. The Borg. Okay, the Borg. You can see them. You can see the little cubes. You can. This is the stars, you all. It's the stars. This is solid. This is a solid black piece right here. These are the cubes right here. Some more cubes. Look how it's made. Look at the intricate. Look at the size. They're perfect. Perfect. Do we need to make it bigger? And this ain't pixels, you all. This is not pixels. This is the actual star. And this is what it looks like up close, because the camera, it caught the star at a certain moment. Yeah, at a certain moment. Now look right here. You see this right here? This is the inside of a star. That the stars that are up there in the sky, and you know that don't look normal. It don't. If you're just tuning in, we haven't even got to the moon yet, because I saw this star right here. You see it? I think this was the one that was changing its colors, and it was really beautiful. Is it Metatron? Let's look at another one. I will add some light to it and save it. I think it was another image of it, you all. Please bear with me. This did not get as good as an image, but you can see little squares and cubes all over the place. And do we live in a matrix? And is this part of the matrix? Is this an advanced species that is up there making the stars look the way that they look? Is it? As you can see it. Or is it a ship with all this stuff in front of it, and it's cloaking itself as a star, and it's using little black cubes and squares and rectangles and stuff and all of that? Is it doing that? What is the Borg? You have to watch Star Trek to understand what the Borg is. They will assimilate you, and resistance is futile. Resistance is futile when it comes to the Borg. They're square cubes, and everybody thinks alike. Everybody is the same. Now see, here's that same star. If you look up, you see a lot of squares, the black ones and the white ones on it too. Now granted, my screen is massive on my end, and I don't know if you got a cell phone, then you appreciate being able to see this star up close. You really will appreciate it, because you know you can see what I'm talking about. That's right, a Dyson sphere. Oh, this is really pretty too, you all. It is. Oh, look at the pretty colors. But you have black and you have the white squares. You know, it's undeniable that they're there, you all. Unless you want to say, Gina, honey, that's not a white square. Gina, honey, that's not no black squares. Gina, it's just pixelation. It's your imagination. It's not really what you think. Well, it's what I see. It's not what I think. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing straight edges. I'm seeing straight edges on this. I'm seeing squares, both white and black is what I'm seeing with this star. And I love looking at the stars. I really do. I'm not going to say I don't, because I love it. I love the colors. They're very healing. And their movement is very graceful at times. But they look a little different at times when you capture them like this. And it's okay. It is. I just wanted to highlight that. That's it. Now I'm back to me, you all. Let's look at the moon. You want to look at the moon. That's right. We can look at this moon. Gina, you got to go back to your moon pictures. The moon pictures is what I got to go to now. Going to come over here, and we're going to look at these moon pictures. There we go, right here. Now, this is my first picture. It's, I can see this is what the moon looked like in the sky. I think it was, yeah. This is my morning. It's 07:43 in the morning. And this is the moon. Look at that. See, that's, it looked kind of hazy, but it looked pretty neat in the sky. Yeah. Yeah, the moon's really pretty. Thank you for waiting. See, I couldn't get a good image right there, but I got somewhat of an image right there, you all. Let me get out of the way of the moon. Let's let the moon have the whole screen to itself. We can do it. That's right. Look at the waves up there. I wonder if it's hot up there, because I think it's supposed to rain. Yeah, you all, we're looking at the moon. It only took us a little while to look at it. And the stars were really pretty too, even though some of them, when you looked at them a certain way, they had some squares in them. Yeah, it gives off a cool light. I'd like to try to get that off of there, but I don't know how to get that. Oh, okay, I just had to get my pointer out of the way to see what we could see on that moon. Looks like it's got some dirt in that patch. Little specks on the moon, dark specks on the moon. Could be holes on the moon. Well, there's lots of holes on the moon. Shadows and stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty moon. Whether it be holographic or, you know, something else, at least it's something to zoom up on. It is, and we're very familiar with the moon. I didn't have this on my equatorial mount. That's why it looks, well, and it's kind of wavy anyhow with the atmosphere. I don't know what that is right there. You see that thing right there? Okay, I know what it is. Can you look at it? Wow, look at this moon, you all. There's faces looking out of the moon. Can you see them, you all? Right above my head, there's little faces looking out of the moon. Look at them. You can't see them right too much like this, but it's when we get up close. You can see faces and stuff on the moon. This doesn't look normal. It doesn't. And you may not be able to see it. You may say, Gina, just let us enjoy the moon. Well, but I saw them looking out of the holes. They're moving. They're moving inside of there. Their heads are moving around inside of the moon. They're peeking because they know I was looking at them. They're very bashful too. They really are. Can y'all see that? I believe there's thousands of them on the moon. Okay, wait a minute. Let me do this right here really fast, you all. I'm not getting rid of the moon. I promise you I will not get rid of it. Look at this. This is a straight edge right here on the moon. This is up close right there. It looks like there's something up there. It doesn't really look like the surface of the moon. It doesn't. It looks like something else up here. And look like there's like a straight edge. I know this looks really massive. See their eyes right here? Can you see their eyes right here peeking out of the holes inside the moon? You see their heads right there? I'm going to make it really big so you can see there are two eyes. Can you see it? Right there. They're barely peeking out of the moon. I know if you get it too big, you can't really see. But this doesn't look like a normal moon. It really doesn't. It looks different. Just a little different. That's all, you all. We can go back to the moon if I can find it. Oh, here it is, right here. We'll go back. No, that ain't it, Gina. Where is the moon? Is this it? That's a screenshot. I thought I know that wasn't the moon. What did I do? I think I clicked out of the moon. And I didn't want to click out of it, but I did. We're going to get the moon again. All right, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not. We just look at it like this. You don't want to see them. That's okay. I'm not going to touch it, you all. Okay, I see them up there, but we're just going to look at the moon, and we're just going to let them stay in up there and see. It looks really, you wouldn't even notice them when you're looking at a distance. I just seen something fly across. You wouldn't notice them at all. Yeah, the moon is hollow because it was dropped and a piece of ship on the surface echoed, and it was hollow. Let me get this out of the way. Hopefully this will try to go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I won't touch it unless I see something. I'm just going to keep my hands to myself and just look at the moon. Apple, tell her. Apple, tell who what? Oh, okay. Now you can slow this down after the video has been uploaded to the YouTube. Hopefully, since this is live stream, you should be able to view this in 1080, maybe 26 something, and slow it down because you'll see a whole lot in here. And you all, to the people who have great big screen TVs, if you watch this on your TV, you can zoom up in this moon and you can look at it. That would be really cool. See it bigger than what I can see it right now on here. Just to stand in front of the refrigerator. Well, it's probably watching you too. Stand in front of the TV. Because it's so massive. I left it alone. Totally left it alone. I was thankful to see it. Yeah, everything's alive. I hadn't seen the moon for a while, I think because the sky was cloudy at night. But tonight it looks like it's clear for a little bit, the corners. That one got blurry because sometimes the moon, sometimes with some of these pictures it didn't come out that well, you all. The moon didn't at all. It kind of got blurred. which is strange. I tried to take a picture, but it didn't turn out too well, you can see. It's got a little strange looking, well, it looks like I see maybe a head over here. Look at the pretty color on the side. Isn't that pretty? I can appreciate this as a piece of artwork. Kind of looks like a rainbowy like color, but it certainly doesn't look like the surface of the moon. It really doesn't. Oh my gosh, this looks really interesting, you all. This is the edge where it's dark alongside the moon. Look at that. That is wild. That really is wild. I like it. I like looking at wild things. Boom, look at that right there. In that hole. Y'all, you're looking up close and personal at the moon. And I think inside this hole right here, there is 1, 2, 3 beings, faces in that hole. And I am serious when I say that. Very serious when I say it. That there's 3 faces in this moon. And like... yeah. Just want to look at it because it looks really interesting. Look at it. It is so neat. You know, this is kind of mesmerizing. Look at this. Look at this straight edge right here in this moon. So this is, there's definitely something, it appears to be coated on the outside of this moon. There really does appear to be something on the inside, but the outside is kind of covered up. And I see great big heads. I can see this, you all, I can see a head right here. Now this may sound strange to y'all. Can you see this? There's a head right here with 2 eyes perfectly situated. And there is another head right here. And they're out there. They're on the moon. These things are on the moon. What if they're big, gigantic beings? But that really, that right there is a straight, some kind of straight edge object right there on this moon. And that shouldn't be there. It really shouldn't. It's perfectly straight. Can you see it? That's right. They are there. They're on the moon. There are beings on the moon, and you can see another being right here. I don't know what they truly look like. What if it's the ones with the wings, and they're just very bashful on the moon? Some may not want me to look at their heads. Okay. And I'm not being disrespectful. There's a head right there, a head right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. And in the hole, and down there in the corner, there's a head down there. That's the moon. Let's see what else we can see. And you know that this doesn't look normal either. This looks like something totally different. This is the dark part of the moon. You can see that there is a chain of these, whatever they are, beings. And I think that this right here is some kind of also some kind of cloaking thing. They're inside these holes. This may not, you all, if you love the moon, you can still love the moon. You can, regardless if I'm showing it up close like this. There's nothing wrong with it. You see their head right here. They're looking out, 2 eyes perfectly situated, and you can barely see them. But then why do you got this? This is giving me a hot flash too, you all. Oh, okay, now look what we got. We got some more straight edges right here. Straight edge, straight edge, straight edges. And I know this is really close. Don't look at this on your TV because it'll be a great big, like, Gina, honey, come on now. That's way too big. There, this is a lot better. This is what the moon looked like with my camera, naked eye. It looks kind of normal. You can see there's nothing along here that would cause any alarm. That would, yeah. So there's had a reddish hue, and this it is pretty. It's pretty neat to photograph. The moon is, and that looks pretty cool, especially with Halloween coming and stuff like this. And look at these stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars in the sky. That one did not turn out. You can see that moon right there. Boom, boom. Yeah. You can see a hint of red, kind of like when you do the sun also. I wanted to try to get this to see if that was like some kind of a flying saucer above it or a ship, the way that these clouds were situated. That's why I have it took like that, to see if I could see something on it. But they were just layered around there, just like that. You want to live in a cave house? Yeah. That's the end of the moon. It is the end of the moon, you all. It was the end of the moon, you all. And that's the end of the footage. Yeah. Isn't that great? So we did look at the moon tonight, and it looked pretty cool. And you can see these stars right here. They look pretty cool too. They the colors are pretty. They are. Let me put that right there. The colors are really pretty. And these are the different stars. There was only 3 that I tried to zoom up on, and the moon, and this right here. Oh, and that one down there too. You kind of looks like a ship or something, but it's pretty cool to look at. That's what it was. And there was one good footage of the moon. See, you can see the moon too right here. This is what it looked like. Just like that. And I don't know what percentage of the moon they would call that tonight. But that's okay, you all. I'm going to go. I've been on here too long. I've been talking too long. But, yeah, it's nice to be able to film some of that. It is. And look up close on the moon. And who knows what the future holds for the things in the sky. Who does? At least we can look at them a little bit closer. We can, you all. I am going to go. Thank you, Apple Brooks, honey. Thank you all for being on here, you all. And, yeah, you can go pause that video on the stars, and you can look at them a little bit more closer, and the moon, and then just like enlarge it and see what you can see, because it doesn't look completely normal, and they do have some mystery to them. The moon and the stars in the sky, they have some unseen mystery, historical mystery to them, is what they have. So, Gina, I'm going to go. I am going to go. So, with that being said, you all, thank you. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I really do like filming the stars and looking at them and the moon, because the colors are really pretty, and the moon looks pretty too, despite, there might be beings inside of there. I find that quite interesting too, looking inside the stars and the moon. Other people probably do also, you all. Yeah. Have a wonderful evening, you all. Love you.